it's that time again where we are gonna do a thrift challenge, and this week we're gonna do Eclectic Vibes. So I thought it would only be fitting to go to Brooklyn for this. They have the best vintage, the best thrifting, and I haven't been in a very long time, so I dedicated the day to go. I didn't get a chance to pull out any of my items that I do already own, which I typically would do in a video like this, but I figured everything is very niche and the list of to-dos is quite specific to things that aren't always in my aesthetic. I appreciate this vibe. I see it as a trend. I see some of these items that I could wear and would love, but I'm a little bit more of a classic leaning fashion girly. I dress a lot of things from J. Crew. I love brands like Frame, Paige, Veronica Beard, Maj, Sandro. So a little more eclectic is not 100% my style, and I'm gonna lean on my inspo pulled images, some of the vintage things that I find to really like catch myself in a creative moment and put myself outside of my box, which is the whole point of these videos. And if you need a refresher quickly, Eclectic Vibe is artisanal craft, so this is like embroideries, brooches. I really want to find some brooches. J. Crew actually has a blazer with some brooches on it, and like how cute would my outfit be if I had like a little more pizzazz? I'm so plain. Stacked necklaces, very Chloé. Jacquard fabric, gorgeous. Faux fur, duh. Shearling coats, I'm wearing one, but in a more fun, dramatic way, very oversized or cropped or just different silhouettes than like classic coat. Do you know what I mean? Ornate embellishment, I love this. Isabel Marant does this all day long. Chloé, like we need to be Zimmerman today. We need to be Isabel Marant. Lace trims, duh. Mix match prints, fun, like a jacquard and a cheetah or something like that. Sheer blouses, I have a lot of blouses, so I think I'm covered. Sequins, I have a lot of sequins. I think I'm covered. Jackets that have the toggle trim, I have one like that. If I see one that's like amazing, I love this yellow one with like a floral print, then we're going for it. And lastly, touches of suede and 70s. So I think these are all great things. Definitely have holes in my closet for this, and so I'm so excited to go thrifting and see what we can find.
I have been having so much luck at the Crossroads Trading Company. They have multiple locations throughout all of Manhattan and Brooklyn, and right away I walk in and I find Chanel ? They weren't the most high quality and they were a little bit of a funky design, but $500 shoes half off. I guess nobody else wants them. To give you a roadmap of the day, we got off the train and this was about a 5-minute walk, and then we're going to stick in this area for a bit and then walk over to Greenpoint, which is just 10-15 minute walk. So starting off, here we are, Operation Feminine Outfits. I obviously know a lot of it is jackets, but I wanted to find some underlayering pieces. This I Am Gia was cute. Oh my gosh, this long sleeve is the same brand as the dress I actually bought in Colorado, Oleg Cassini, and actually I kind of wish I would have bought that, but at the moment I thought it was a little too Western. Do you think I should have regretted not trying that on? I just kind of passed it up. I was very, confident I would find so many things that are eclectic in Brooklyn, and it's like, yes, I did, but you'll see I kind of struggle a little bit more than I anticipated. I thought this lace moment was very pretty and gorgeous, but it was a little bit too romantic Renaissance. Okay, immediately I was like, oh, this is a floral yellow jacket. Looks so much like that one girl's, just basically overarchingly. But when you really looked at it, it's from ASOS. It's kind of ugly. Like everything I think I was looking at, and I was just like, this is actually kind of ugly. And I don't know if it's just cool girlies are able to style these things in a more modern way. And for me, it's taking me a little bit longer to like separate myself from it. But I was looking at all these vests and jeans, and I was like, everything that's eclectic in my head for a moment is ugly. And like not that well made. These vintage jackets reminded me a lot of the Miu Miu embellished jacket that's all over my inspo deck. But at the same time, I'm like, it's ugly. I don't know. One outfit that really stands out to me is this vest that has like shearling trim around it. But that one was quite matted and didn't look that cute. I thought maybe this Western thing had eclectic energy, but I was like, no, it's for the rodeo. I don't know, you guys. I was struggling. I thought this long sleeve lace could be cool for layering, but it was so ripped up and like honestly disgusting. And I was a little disappointed. This one was a little more pretty, but I was kind of just thinking, is this too sweet? Like, I was struggling with the eclectic, you guys. These thrift challenges, you know, they're a challenge for a reason, I gotta say. I think my main issue with this trend was like, what is the color palette here? Because the color palettes are very clear in every single category, or I mean, big idea, other than this one. It's so eclectic and all over the place, but I should have like made some kind of color story because I was like, do I buy black? This I thought could be cool because I could layer it in the way the lace was layered, but I wished it was lace. This is exactly like my personal lace top that I thrifted, and I was like, oh, this could be a good route to go down. Let me maybe look at it. But the bell sleeve threw me completely off. I did like that it buttoned up like that. Anyway, we did find a blazer. I felt like it kind of had the same energy as this soutache kind of ornate jacket, but it's a blazer. I wasn't totally positive. I decided I'll go ahead and get it and try to style with it. So make sure you stay tuned until the try on haul, because let me tell you, I ended up with some really sick outfits, not even gonna lie. This sheer top, I was just like, I think this is just a waste of my $20. I don't really know how I would picture wearing it. It's a little too sweet. I felt like I need something with lace if I'm going to go down the layering route. And I completely passed by my denim. I got a pair of $11 jeans because they were half off, and that was amazing. So those will be a part of the try on haul as well. I do feel like a lot of the outfits were pared back to chilled denim, so I was really happy to find those. We stopped in Monk because I know they have some pretty interesting items and they're very eclectic. How about that? So I found a few jackets. The pricing is decent, especially for Brooklyn. $150 here, $85 there. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but they do have some items. And then I was just like aghast because you're not even gonna believe the brand we stumbled upon in a kind of, I think, curated thrift store. Shein. That is ridiculous. Like, the style's kind of cool, so I kind of get it, but it's $15. And I just feel like I was really annoyed by that. Anyway, I did try this jacket on. It's actually lamb's leather, so I thought that's pretty crazy. I will say it was a bit more fitted than I like, and it's definitely out of my comfort zone. This is not something I would have picked up on a regular day, but I kind of liked the blue pop of color. It kind of reminds me of some of the Chloé things, but the color story was a little too bold, so I felt like maybe no. This is definitely 70s vibes, and guess what? It's a 70s flair. Very Chloé, but not my size. Coach bag, I thought this was kind of cool, but at the end of the day, I didn't need anything like it. I did try it on because I don't have a Coach bag that's this color, but it did have a little bit of wear and tear, and I was just kind of like, I'm not loving this, question mark. These shoes, I feel like a very cool eclectic girl might try on, but they weren't my size. I have a all over black fur coat already, so I knew I didn't need this, and it wasn't even that great of a brand. Definitely interesting, quirky, maybe not eclectic with these golf sweaters, but I thought it was cool. By the way, we are in the Buffalo Exchange, which is above Monk. The entire Brooklyn, Williamsburg area is just all thrift stores, let's be honest, and we wanted to hit some of the bigger ones because of this challenge. I thought this coat was kind of cool and had an eclectic flair with like a little vintage touch, but I didn't really need it. I also thought this was kind of cool, but then I thought, is this kind of granny? It's very interesting, like a crocheted pieced together suede jacket for $30, but I wasn't sure about the silhouette. I kind of wish I would have tried it on because, well, here's the thing. I saw this vest and I was like, oh, well, this is exactly what I've been looking for, and I started to perk up a bit because I thought, you know, maybe we are in the right spot, in the right headspace, and this is very Chloé look, and I'm glad I waited until I saw this because I like all of the piecework in the actual body of the fabric and the toggle trim versus just like a plain solid suede, but it is a little bit big, and I was like, is this crazy? Like, I never would have picked this out, but look at how similar it is. I was like studying my sheet in the dressing room, and I was like, well, maybe I need some clogs. So there was a Tory Burch clogs, and I decided I didn't need to spend $40 on them because they were a bit damaged, but like that could have been
Okay, I'm finding that everything I pretty much was inspired by were jackets, which are really hard to come by, and if they are, they're expensive, especially in Brooklyn, very overpriced. But it's like, I get it, I get the reasoning, but it's not cheap. Jordy's with me, of course, because we're thrifting. But, oh my god, I'm literally walking on wet leaves, but don't think about it. So we kind of have wrapped up in Williamsburg, and we're gonna walk over to Greenpoint. It's like 12-minute walk, so not bad at all. But we have a couple stops we want to go to, but it's also like 4 o'clock suddenly, and you know, time's a ticking.
we decided to stop into Pura Vida and grab a little coffee, and I'm so glad we did because it was so beautiful and everything is just so big. Look at this amazing view. I felt like I was looking in a picture book, but we stopped over at Dobbin Street, which is a curated co-op furniture / vintage store. This is one of those places where it's just fun to tinker around, see what's up. Everything is very well kept and gorgeous, and of course this is exactly where I would find a coat that's amazing and beautiful and great shape and lined, so not itchy for me. But of course it was like $228.
Let's see it. Wow. Yeah, I think so.
And then I was like, you know, it is what it is. But we were able to see a lot of really cool, interesting items. And the store itself is just out of control gorgeous. I feel like if you're looking for furniture or want to like add a little personality to your own closet, or even if you're traveling and you're like a furniture buyer, I don't know. I just imagine someone from like Paris coming here and absolutely loving it and being like, oh my God, I love this place. Like, they just have really, really interesting things. How pretty is this dress?
Wait, cute, Jord. I like that. You do? I like the shoulders and the sleeve.
So on to Beacon's Closet. This is a little bit more in my price range. It's similar to a Buffalo Exchange or a Crossroads. Huge, huge store. The one thing that I don't like about this place is that it's not really by size. Everything is just color coordinated and kind of by vibes. So you go through every single style to find something you want, which is cool. But we were digging and we literally had about 1 hour until we had to leave for the store's closing. So yeah, I mean, it's literally fully dark outside. Like, we were here all day. This was a really pretty top. I felt like it was maybe a little too Y2K with the little hearts, but I did like the drapey and the embellishment. And this is when I was just like a little bit maybe overwhelmed by all of the options. Like, that's a cool coat, I think, but it looked a little too fitted. Some of these were a little more oversized. Definitely have seen them on some of these eclectic type of girls. But when I'm looking at it, I like see, oh, this is ugly. But when I see it on other girls, I think, oh, that looks really good. I don't know. I was struggling with eclectic. And then guess what? I was in a completely random section. All these like dresses were around this blazer, and someone had like a t-shirt inside of it, I think trying to hide the blazer. Freaking Burberry for $44. This bash dress, new at tags, $4.95 originally, selling it for $64. I thought, you know, this could be kind of a flowy vibe that gives a little bit of Ralph Lauren meets Isabel Marant ? But I think I was gaslighting myself. Some of these coats, looking back, might have been the winners, but I was just, I think, overwhelmed, to be honest. And I should have probably started at Beacon's Closet. I liked the silhouettes of these tops and these blazers, but I think I just was like, I don't know what to do. So we tried this on. I wish it would have fit a little bit more like this with it being a little bit shorter, but it was definitely long when not tailored and a little bit itchy with the lurex. So I was like, you know what? We don't need it. It doesn't really fit the challenge. Now, of course, I find this J. Crew feather sateen top. This would have been on my checklist last year, but I felt like the feathers around the hem were holding, and so it wasn't as flattering, kind of bubbling. And then here we go. Of course, I loved the Burberry blazer. Like, a girl is preppy down to the core. She can't help it. $44 menswear blazer from Burberry. I had to make it work. We brought her home for the challenge.
I actually ended up with a lot of good stuff, and I think I styled it in a way that is both my style and eclectic style, because I was having such a hard time thinking, oh my God, I'm spending so much money just for a video. Like, to be completely transparent, just so not the budget right now. And maybe it's the right thing or not. I don't know. I feel like I'll just stick to like true to myself, because I wouldn't want to watch someone spend a bunch of money that they didn't want to spend. So I'm gonna just say I think I did a good job, and I think these items are gonna be worn in my closet. I put out 3 different options, and I left the last one, the best, for last, because out of my comfort zone. But now seeing it in my closet, I'm like, yeah, no, that was so cute and so worth it. So let me just start dressing and you'll see. I had to bring out this crazy lace dress I thrifted back in the day because it's so eclectic and gives so Chloe, and I'm gonna wear it as a dress. I wore it so much in the summer. I've gotten so much wear out out of this thing because I think it's so cool. So anyway, step 1. Step 2, what I'm wearing this with. Oh, guys, I'm a little all over the place. I wore a little slip underneath. So what I got is this $44.95 Burberry men's jacket. And while this is clearly not the most eclectic, I think it kind of is because it's men's. And I couldn't pass it up. Let's be so honest. Wait, for a second I was like, oh my god, did someone re-tag it? No. So 44 there, 44 here. Why are there 2 tags? Anyway, inside you can see the Burberry's logo. And what really sold me was this, because I didn't know that Burberry used to be Burberry. So I'm thinking if I go like this with the oversized look, I can be a little Chloe-ish and still true to myself with my prep. And then what I'm really gonna do to make it cool is these pop of red shoes. I feel like eclectic girls are always wearing color and they're such cool girls that I think this is necessary. And then I need to throw in a bunch of like gold jewelry. I can barely see. So I think I'll just put on this big stack. Okay, I put the jewels on. I literally put on the bracelet I got from Poshmark because that feels eclectic and colorful. A little watch, my grandmother's jewels, both of them. So pretty. Another ring. These are the rings I own. The necklaces. And then between this and the sunglasses and this Chloe-esque bag, I think I'm getting eclectic. Like, I feel like I am kind of. I don't know. I like it. I will say, I like everything individually. I never would have thought to put it all together had I not been doing this challenge. Is this my style? I don't know, because I like it. So like, is it? Because it's all the things that I own and I did put it together. So like, is this my style? Or am I just doing the challenge? Like, I'm a little confused because I like it. But I'm very obsessed. I cannot believe I got this Burberry blazer for such a good price. And the thing that drew me to it were these pockets, because I don't even think I said, but like whoever was looking at this before put a little mesh top inside, and I think I took it out to film and I put it back on the hanger, but I think they were trying to hide that it was Burberry because they knew it was real and I didn't know it was real. I thought maybe someone was like faking it, but I think they were hiding it. I don't know why. So I'm so glad I got this. The guy checking me out was like, I can't believe you got that for that price. And then there was a woman that was like, oh, I was looking at that jacket, so good. I got it. It's me. It's me. Okay, next eclectic girly thing. I got the blazer. The challenge was to be eclectic, and there was fur and there were bolero jackets and there were crazy shapes, and I went home with 2 blazers. I am sorry. I don't know how to not be myself. I can only be myself. Okay, what do we think though? Like, is this worth keeping? I can return it. I loved the stitching here. This is like a little bit of a top applied ruffly velvet, and I thought that was really cool along with the beading. Like, it's really cool and ornate. So it had the ornate element, like it has it, right? And then, okay, I'm gonna style it kind of like a mix between 2 of these girlies. So I'm gonna do the little scarf. Is this how you do it? Yeah. Roll it around. And then I think what I can do is like wrap it and then shove it and then put it here like this, so that it lays a little more flat. I don't know, I'm kind of like making things up, but like, she's kind of eclectic, and she has the jeans and the t-shirt. Like, a lot of them had jeans, t-shirts, heels, and a cool jacket, and like, I'm kind of doing it. But this could really easily be like a grandmother's jacket. I don't know, the button's cute and the detail's nice. It gives like an oversized look. I did a little pop color, the little scarf detail, all the jewelry's still on. What do you think? Did I do it? Did I do eclectic in this one, or should we return the jacket anyway and we try? I don't know. Now you might be wondering why I went with the pumps, and I'm kind of thinking the same, but I went with it because they have like amazing details here with this suede and rope like vibe. These are from, oh, there's some hair on there. These are from Coach. Fun fact, I wore these on the train when I first moved to New York City. Scraped up the entire heel, didn't think about the gutters, or whatever they're called. The drains, blisters, so bad. I wore these into the office. I walked in there like this. Vogue told me this is what I would wear if I worked in fashion. Embarrassing, no one wears these. Unless you're like a VP and you're literally in investor meetings. Can we just take a moment for the new jeans? I do not know this brand. I don't think it's a nice one because look at the tag. But the actual pants are nice. Like the denim feels nice. Anyway, let's style these with the fun jacket. This is so Chloe. I was like, oh my god, this is so Chloe. Do I spend $40 on this? And then the people working were like, oh my god, I can't believe that hasn't sold yet. Like, da 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 da. So I was like, you know what? I'll get it. Worst case scenario, we exchange it for something later. So I have this Rami Brooke blouse. I think is perfect because it has that feminine moment. She's got it tied up to the top. This is accidentally like a recreate the runway video suddenly. I think it gives the femme blouse look, so we'll do that. Okay, they are a bit of a lower waist, so I don't know, is it cool? And then we'll do a bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm so sorry for all the noise. The racket is just intense around here, and there's nothing I can do, so hopefully you can tune it out as I have to. That's so selfish. Okay, I have this little belt, and they also had a belt on her outfit, so I thought she's perfect. She's vintage, she's eclectic. So eclectic. And then for the big winner, we have the fur coat. This is from Free People. Free People used to be way less, I don't know, maybe I just see a lot of Free People movement, but I feel like they used to be way less safe in the ways of like their outerwear and their boho-ness. Maybe I just need to look at the website again, but I feel like they've been really playing on like varsity and really playing with similar vibes as Anthro, and I just haven't seen crazy cool things like this in a while. Oh my god, I need to put shoes on. These are perfect. I didn't even realize these were probably inspired by Chloe from Aloha's, but like these are literally Chloe shoes, and I love that they're brown. It's kind of a tannish brown burgundy theme going on here. Oh, my little sheet of paper to tell me what to do. Obviously wrinkled up because I was in there stressing. Okay, what do we think? Like, this would be the look, right? I think it's very Chloe. I feel like this mother that I grew up dancing with, this daughter I grew up dancing with had a mother. Why am I talking so weird? Her mom was so cool, and she was so Anthropologie and Free People and boho. She would absolutely wear this to like a dance competition and like have the best hair done. So smells so good. She just had the most beautiful house. Obsessed with her mother and her vibes, and this is giving that energy. And she was like really nice. And I just feel like a dance mom because of her, but I think this is cool. I actually do think this is cool. Do I keep it? I was kind of thinking I might return it. I used the gift card, so it was $11, technically. Guys, do I know who I am anymore? I think I'm confused. I need the sunglasses. Oh my god, I almost forgot. I'm so cool. I look like her. I look like that mom. That's so funny. Okay, what do we think? Do we like it? Let's see. Not me almost forgetting to do an outro. This was really challenging for me, clearly, but also really fun. I love these videos. 2 more left. Subscribe to see the other 2. I did another one recently, that town and country one, a little more up my alley, so it was a little bit easier for me, but still hard. Like, it's still hard to have your eyes set on something or a vibe you want to do and go to the thrift store because you don't freaking know what you're gonna get. I loved thrifting in Brooklyn. I loved Beacon's Closet. Need to go back there. Hopefully I go back there with my family. What a good time. What a great time. I found so many cool things. So let me know if I should return the blazer. Let me know if you think this looks like a my vibe and I should keep it or return it. And I'm definitely keeping the Burberry blazer because duh. And then you'll have to check out the romantic Renaissance one and then the new prep one. I'll save the new prep for last because that will be like me just going shopping. And I already have a lot of the new prep things because I just like buy them when I do thrift myself. So I want to do another challenging one, especially when I'm in New York City because I think it'll be a little bit easier than when I'm in Missouri, and maybe we'll do the preppy one in Missouri. We have 12 days of Christmas coming up. I'm really intensely sleeping like 3 hours a night to get everything done before family comes, and I want to participate in 12 days of Christmas. It'll be so fun. I'm gonna do 12 days of New York City. I have all my 12 videos ready. I've been filming all weekend. Literally, I filmed 8 videos right now, so I need to lock in and edit, and I hope you guys will love it. So subscribe, share it with your friends, all the things, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, love you so much. Goodbye.